All right. Yo, we back on P.O.P. Power of Poetry. And look who I got in the building. Nique writes. Hey. Y'all, look, I'm so glad that she reached back out to me and let me know that she was going to come on the show. Where did I find you? Wow. I think I went to like hashtag Dallas Poets or something like that.
Yeah.
And boom, like there she was. So I went to her page and I'm like, awesome message.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. And Floetic got her Moscato. You know how I do. She don't drink, so no peer pressure.
Don't say that.
No,
don't say that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't drink wine.
She don't drink wine. She don't drink wine. Oh, but you drink though.
Girl.
Oh,
I'm not gonna talk about that.
Sure, let me know. I got some tequila back at the house right now.
Okay.
That's a no.
I got rum too.
We can talk about that.
Yeah.
What do you do? My favorite
Whiskey.
I was gonna say Crown.
Whiskey.
Okay. All right. Well, I thought you meant that.
I like Irish.
I thought you meant that. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's what I knew you meant, girl. That's what I knew you meant. That spicy stuff. Oh man. So cool. So I guess we'll go. How much longer I got? Like 2 minutes. I'll introduce you. Guess I'll ask like when did you start writing or what made you start writing or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Something that's really simple, and then now I'll let you add a mic. Yep. It's real smooth, easy going right now. Until I come up with some things. I have some ideas for the show, some things to do. But right now we just going with the flow, with Floetic desire. Okay.
Got it.
That's how we do it. So do you have any events or anything coming up?
I just kind of show up places.
Okay, word. Word.
Maybe.
Hey,
well,
show up to. I didn't even shout it out on King Hiller's video. I forget it every time. Rhythm and Rhymes. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Rhythm and Rhymes. Yeah.
May
Make sure I got that right. Yeah, May 17th. Rhythm and Rhymes. They have a poetry featured guest. The lady to talk to is Jessica. That's Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who's performing?
I don't know who we got coming up this week.
Feature this week,
but
or the 17th at Cloud9.
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you thinking about it, I'll reach out. You reach out, whatever. I know she'll be open to it. Yeah. They have feature poets, and then after the feature poets go on, then it's like open up to the floor, like open mic and stuff like that, and then anybody can.
I think I
grab
saw
the
that
mic.
y'all just had an event.
Mm-hmm.
May 3rd.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It was
I'm gonna catch the next one, the one that's coming up, the next Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there for that one. I missed the last one, but man, I saw the videos and the pictures, and it was dope.
Oh, really?
But then you look really nice. I saw some on Bama.
I shared a few, I think.
Okay. All right, we better go back on.
That
Hey, this your girl Floetic Desire, and we are back with Power of Poetry, Pop Radio. Hey, and I have a special guest tonight. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Nique. I go by Nique Writes, but it's only because people would only call me Nique regardless. So that's me.
All right, I got Nique Writes in the building, y'all. And as I was just saying on my live video, I went searching high and low for poets for the show, and boom, there she was. I mean, flashing lights, bow. It was destiny. So I had to reach out, ask her, could she come on the show, and she said she would. So thank you so much for being a part of the show tonight.
Thank you for asking.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. So, just to let the people know about yourself, or a little bit about yourself. What made you start writing? When did you start writing poetry?
Well, girl, I'm a little bit crazy. So when I first started writing, I was writing from a serious place of pain. I was just depressed, sad, everything. But I used to have an open mic out in North Dallas. It was at Valley View Mall. And I ran it with somebody who was then my friend. And we had a lot of people come through. A lot of big names in Dallas now came through and kind of would test their poms out. And I finally just hopped on stage.
Okay. Oh, and that was it.
That was it.
And ever since then, you've been doing your
I'm
thing.
off and on.
Oh, man. So what was, if you don't mind, what was going on during that time that you started writing that dark place that you spoke about?
Girl, I've been divorced. I've lost kids. It was a lot. There was just a lot. And look, don't get me started testifying.
No, I mean, I'm just saying the reason why I say that is because you look so young, like not even that been
when
married.
You kind of like when you try to speed life up and make things happen the way you want them to happen, rather than letting it happen organically, things never really go right. So I got married when I was 22 because I thought I was supposed to. Like my mom got married around that age, and I was like, "This is what I'm gonna do."
Okay.
And life was like, "Nah, that's not how it's gonna happen."
Wow. Okay.
So
are you gonna tell us how old you are?
What's that?
Are you gonna tell us how old you are?
Oh, I'm 27.
27.
Yeah.
Girl, I thought you was younger than. Girl, black don't cry. If y'all don't know about that melanin, y'all better do some research on that. Okay. Look, we've been around for a long time. Okay, but that's another show. We all poetry over here. We ain't gonna do no history lessons tonight. So what pieces are you gonna do for us tonight?
Well, I like to start out with something that's kind of light. I have a favorite poem, and anybody who's listening who's heard me has heard this poem, so I'm sorry. It's my Snickers poem. It's my favorite one. And then from there, hopefully it doesn't get... I want it to get deep, but not too dark. So just whatever.
Okay, well, it's your world, girl. Whatever you spit is what you spit.
Can I go?
My name is Flo, baby. You gonna know we flow on power of poetry. So whatever you want to do.
Amen.
I'm ready when you are.
It's my Snickers poem.
All right.
When nougat meets baseline, not when nougat meets harmony or melody, because I believe that you and your masculinity create the downbeat, and I just happen to be the nougat. So this poem is about us. And as much as I'd like to talk glitter and puff ponytail Tinkerbells, this portion is about you and your ebony. The way that your black is a true black. How your brown is a silken sable, how your shadows are velveteen, how your highlights are on fleek in the manliest of manners, how you drizzle me in dark chocolate. How you are the hard outer shell protecting my caramel, how you and I are twin streams of molten brown things intertwining and bringing magic to whatever medium catches. It's the way my legs look when ankles are locked around your neck. With your mahogany man hands dancing. I'm sorry, my phone went off and I am out of it.
It's okay. Look, we're going to throw us some snaps because, girl, you had me.
Thank you.
Ooh, look, we're going to run that back.
My bad.
We're going to run that back.
Rewind me. Whenever I stop, just rewind me. Help me out.
We're going to run that back. Yes, ma'am.
I was trying to laugh, too. I was like, okay, something good's about to come out.
Okay.
I won't say nothing. Can I back it up a little bit?
The laugh was like perfect.
I got you.
Just like laughed and kept going.
Right?
Damn,
It seemed like it was in part of it, right?
Damn. All right. How you drizzle me in dark chocolate.
Oh, wait. No. I'm sorry. You got to run it back. Like from the top. Like I can feel that again.
Yeah.
Ooh.
When nougat meets baseline. Not when nougat meets harmony or melody, because I believe that you and your masculinity create the downbeat, and I just happen to be the nougat. This poem is about us. So as much as I'd like to talk glitter and puff ponytail Tinkerbells, this portion is about you and your ebony. The way that your black is a true black. And how your brown is a silken sable, how your shadows are velveteen, how your highlights are on fleek, and the manliest of manners, how you drizzle me in dark chocolate. How you are the hard outer shell protecting my caramel, how you and I are twin streams of molten brown things intertwining and bringing magic to whatever medium catches. It's the way my legs look when ankles are locked around your neck. With your mahogany man hands rhythmically stroking walnut dark eyes searching mine as if asking if I see how melanin makes magic. How our chests heat together as we struggle to suck in air in desperate pursuit of oxygen. And for just a moment, your maple upon my honey shows how melanin makes magic. What I'm saying is that melanin makes music. and you are the sound of the snare as my lullaby splits the air. I am breathy and raspy and true, and you are cadence and meter and bass. So I am matte primer and eyeliner, and you are Sephora color match brown. You are brown. When I seek to describe you to others, the first thing I say is that you are brown. You are Deserono, all sweet and thick and dark and cultured. You are brisket, smoked for 18 hours. You are honey barbecue, and most importantly, you are brown. You are premium coffee, and I will never tire of being your caramel, mocha, macchiato, creamer. So together when Nique meets baseline, not when Nique meets harmony or melody, because I believe that you and your masculinity create the downbeat, and if I happen to be your Nique, then you are what wraps around me and makes me whole. So baby, this poem was about that.
Ooh, y'all give us some snaps. Yes, ma'am. But she said thanks like that was just that wasn't nothing. Yeah. Hey, I already knew what I found when I reached out to you, and oh my goodness, girl. What is that like out or anything, or can we like read that or hear that? Or
it's been recorded, but I never did anything.
I got to have that in my life.
I can get it to you.
Okay.
Formally done.
Oh
you
man.
Catch me.
Yes. But yes, smoke for 18 hours. Love it. Yes.
That was the line there.
Yes. And then I believe this is maybe a follower of yours.
Oh, that's
maybe.
my little sister.
Oh, shout out to the little sister.
Hi.
What's her name?
Hi, Kai.
Kai. Hey, Kai. How you doing, queen? Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, this is P.O.P. Power of Poetry. I'm going to play some tunes for you. And look, we're going to be right back. I almost forgot I was live on air. Look, I hope y'all enjoying that out there as y'all listening in. Hey, this your girl Flo. We'll be right back. I'm on with Nique Writes. And that was bomb. Give them your social media. I should have had you did that on air before I got up, but I'll have you do that again when we come back on.
I'm really only active on Instagram. It's my favorite thing.
Okay.
So my Instagram name is Nique, Nique _Writes, like Nique.
Okay.
I'm on Snapchat, but I don't really. I guess I'm getting old because I don't get it. My name on there is the Nique Effect. Nique is Nique, so.
Okay. All right. That's Nique _Writes, y'all, with a W. Okay. No, y'all RITES. No, ain't no art. No. Okay. Writes. Okay. Ain't no WRIGHC. No, just right.
You really trying to help him out?
Look, I be trying. Look, man, because I be listening. Seeing people Facebook statuses and I talk a lot of mess. Like I talk a lot of mess. So I try to make sure like when I post, if I'm purposely spilling a word one way, that's one thing. But I try to make sure I got my yours right. My YOUR.
Okay.
My YOU apostrophe REs. I try to make sure that I have those lined up, because people are watching and they're like, look at Desiree. She graduated in 2005 and she still don't know the difference. But I try to have my twos, my TOs, my TOOs.
You giving us a lot of thought.
My TWOs. I try to make sure I do that, correctly. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. That's dope. Oh, I got the same song I'm about to play next. So, I guess when we go back on, we'll be ready for another one. Mm-hmm. Man. Do you have, oh yeah, you said that you kind of just like pop up to anything. I guess, where have you been performing lately?
Lately, where's the last place I went? Well, I went by Fouché's out in Arlington because Anika's my baby, so I had to go see her.
Annika Michelle?
Annika Michelle.
That's family.
It's a lot of just name dropping going on.
That's family.
That's my baby.
Cool.
So I went there. She made me open up. I will.
That's like my We get each other on a whole other level.
Annika, if you watching, I want to meet you. Look, Annika, everybody know you but me. I mean, what's up?
So sweet.
Okay, dope. Hey, look, I'm finna find you, girl. Look, and I'm gonna find you. Look, you better ask my boy. You better ask my baby daddy. I will find you. Okay. Cool. All right, so I guess they heard enough. I want to make sure that we have enough time to get cover. No, you good. You good. And that's King Hiller. He chose to stick around. You know what I mean? You know, because like I say on the song, pop radio is the place to be. Okay? You know? All right. Man. Hey, we back. That was just a short little intermission real quick, you know, while we caught our breath, because Miss Nique writes, you know, took it away. You know, I had to gather my thoughts and gather my composure, you know, so we back and we gonna hear another piece. What else you got for us tonight?
It's called Homeless.
Uh-oh. Okay.
He is what it feels like to fall. He is what it sounds like when love sings songs, when lust explodes. And we're all peppered with sparkling glitter, perfumed with the smell of sex and basking in the sultry presence of it, air thick with wanting. Bath and Body Works spritzes meet drugstore cologne, drugstore dupes kissing a path down his torso, hands, so many hands, handprints across my psyche. Mild, mindful, meaningful manipulation manifesting based on the machinations of my serotonin. There's so much serotonin and not enough cons. He kisses away the cons. His tongue licks feather-like lines across the bad identities. Feather-like lines are work of a tantalizing eraser. His foreplay is erasure. And while I know that in this intimate moment our tangible chemistry marks him permanent, this man was always temporary. Yet still I fall. And I don't regret it. My mind is a mixture of desire and defense mechanism. She says to fall for him fully, thoroughly. Beyond skin, knees, and elbows, beyond a twisted ankle, fall face first. Beyond wind knocked out of your lungs and concrete bruising your ribs, fall completely. Break some shit. Break barriers, break down your walls, allow him to plunge into your deep end and explore you with flashlights and excavation teams. Fall for him daily. Fall for him every day for the next 100 days, so when he leaves, you'll have no shortage of writing prompts. Fall for him as you lose him. As his drugstore cologne is continued, as your 3-wick candles melt down to mildly fragrant nubs, as those same handprints that he's marveling at upon your melanin no longer seem to fit, as the fingers in the print become too long and the hand too large, until he no longer tries to match his palm to the passion that put it there in the first place, and when you find yourself falling to your knees, into a puddle of tears all your own, remember the sex that got you here. And that sex and love do have a slight correlation, but that correlation is not enough to make him consider you home, and that a nigga like that would rather be homeless.
What? Hey, you know what? Look, let me tell you out there, look. She made me remember somebody, and let me tell you, mother.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Okay.
You don't want to walk down.
Ooh, she stopped me, y'all. She stopped me because I was about to take it there. She took me down memory lane with that one. Hey, homeless. That is so dope. That is so dope. What favorite? Yes, girl.
Yay.
Yes, Miss Hampton is still in the building. She said fingers popping.
Thank you, honey.
Them fingers is popping. Yes, that is so dope. I mean, what else do you got? Look, my hands is, I can't even snap no more, guys. My hands is sweaty.
This poem is called These Hands.
Look.
Yes.
Look.
Yes.
Universe. What are you doing?
These hands hold parchment pages that are hot like bonfires. Each line captures one of the last times that my impulses turned me into an arsonist. Creases, catch ashes from airborne matches, landing in puddles of accelerant pooled at the feet of the last false prophet that I call God. So it's like a flaming prayer. These hands hold loose leaf remnants of the scorched Bible that burned in that inferno as discordant chords of psalms played in a minor key turn stories of a savior sinister, turn protagonists to anti-heroes, peaceful Buddhist priests to self-sacrificing jihadists, all on the IED-peppered battlefield of a romance like that of my great-greats, romanticized, glorified, until it's almost like my great-great ancestors weren't slaves. As if they didn't love like hisses, all stolen kisses in dilapidated lodging lit by the last of the light in the lantern, as if they didn't love like a question, with the answer being auction and an alternate option of premature death, as if they didn't love because their love was the only love left, as if they weren't sharecropping with the implied payout of the American dream, but the reality of the indentured slave, as if their acquaintance didn't erect the metal framing that I burned down in my last blaze. These hands held pages painted with Trump's banned phrases. Cradle the fetus. Watered it with saline droplets from eyes wide open to reality after dream, dripped out of womb. Wrapped it in plastic. Brought it to the doctor with the terrified pride of a pup bringing a dead woodland creature to its owner, tail tucked between legs. Doctor confirmed a blood clot it was not, and that if Tramp's ban were in effect, this poem would be treason. These hands are treason. These hands have always been treason. These hands commit treason against the government of my mentality. They turn democracy to a totalitarian state, militarized. These hands betrayed me long before a man ever did. Men in half shells are milling in the streets. How I wish they were Ninja Turtles and not Army Green assassins with their backs bowed, eyes in scopes, turning each person representing a portion of my gentleness to armed defense mechanism at gunpoint. These hands throw stones and hide. These hands grow arthritic in times of positivity. These hands rust over and would rather crack than accept lubrication so that skin upon skin results in an awareness more smooth. These hands tick backwards on a clock whose face is as broken as my spirit. These hands refuse to turn the page.
Yes, ma'am. Man, that was These Hands.
Yes.
Man, these hands, y'all. Wherever you are, give it up. Vote. Look, she made me stop what I was finna say. Stop it, y'all.
Don't pay attention to her.
Look.
You gotta stop, baby. Let her make it. She got a show.
Look, wherever you are, y'all throw up some snaps. That's what I was trying to say. But yes, ma'am, vocabulary. Vocabulary. I see you. I see you, Jazz. I see you. Look, I feel like I look on first name basis now. But Poetic Puff.
Oh, hey, Jasmine.
Yeah. I
Hi,
see you,
honey.
Jazz. Yeah. And Miss Elizabeth, yes, these hands, yes, they popping, they still popping. Hey, Poetic Puff, what's up, girl? You been? How
I
you
remember
been?
when she first started.
Oh yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Call me out if you need to. But I think that she started at Valley View at that open mic.
At Valley View. Yeah. Look, I got a question out there, Miss. Love it. Hey, Poetic. I'm sorry, Poetic Puff. Let me put the wine down. I'm done with the wine tonight, y'all. I'm done with the wine. That's it. Look, I didn't even get to ask. She said, "Nah, you right. I did. Hey, that was it.
It's been
That
a
was
long
it.
time, baby.
Ooh.
You're doing good.
Yes. Shout out to Poetic Puff. Shout out to Unique Rights. You know what I mean? With the dope poetry. Shout out to King Hiller, who's still in the building right now with the dope poetry. You know, I'm just surrounded by dope poets, y'all. Like, this is amazing. Thank y'all so much for being a part of the show, and thank y'all for tuning in. Miss Rice, tell them where they can find you again for those who didn't catch before we went to break.
I'm on Instagram. It's my favorite platform. I hit 500 likes on one picture, so I'm a Kardashian.
Hey.
My Instagram is Nique, Nique_rights. Probably the most important thing that I haven't mentioned at all is my poetry group. It's on Facebook. Okay. Poetic Puff is in there. Y'all mentioned B earlier. B is in there.
Hey, B still here. What's up, B?
You mentioned Jessica, who runs the Rhythm and Rhyme. Jessica's in there. I know Jessica. Hi, Jessica.
Hey, Jessica. Shout out to Jessica, y'all, with the Rhythm and Rhymes. Y'all make sure y'all go check that out on Thursdays, every first and third Thursdays of the month, okay? At the what hookah lounge is that? Cloud 9. Cloud 9. I ask this every time. Cloud 9. Okay? Cloud9 in Richardson. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. It's gonna be some dope poetry, you know. And what was you saying? I'm sorry.
Oh, the poetry group is called Prose Poetry. It's on Facebook. You can differentiate it from anything else because there's a daily hashtag. We change it every day.
Okay.
B just said something. Be the poet. Hi, honey.
It's be the poet, because I like be the poet just flows. It's just smooth to me, you know. So yes, shout out to B, y'all. Yes. We all connected, you know. Like I said, I'm glad that when I reached out to you guys, you know, y'all were open to the idea, and you know, help me, you know, kick off this poetry show. And everybody out there that's listening, you know, keep tuning in, you know, tell your family, tell your friends, tell everybody about Pop Radio, Power of Poetry with your Floetic Desire. You know, we're on every Wednesday at 8 to 9, you know, so just 1 hour. You know, a lot of y'all spend 1 hour scrolling on your timeline, reading what other people got to say, reading what they got to say. You know what I'm saying? Y'all spend more than an hour doing that. So, you know, just take an hour out of your day and just tune in and just unwind. Just, you know, just relax and just hear some poetry. Just, you know, you got a lot going on. Hear what somebody else got going on in their life, you know. You know, just tune in. You know, we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it popping. I hope that you keep coming.
Oh, I will, honey.
Absolutely.
Let me know when you need me.
Absolutely. Oh, I will. I will. Bad. Hey, y'all, we only got about, you know, 3 more minutes or whatever. Hey, you got another poem, or you done?
Do I have another one? I mean, I do. Is it gonna be heavy? Yes. Oh, I got one. This poem is called Come.
Hey, y'all, this is the last poem of the night. And, you know, look, with that title, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
This is the last.
Yes.
You know? Okay, let me stop. I don't think I tried.
You got
I tried. Okay.
I performed this for the first, actually the only time. I go to Lesbian Happy Hour in Dallas.
And you know, I follow them too. And look, it look like it is popping.
It's important. So yeah, I did that at their open mic. I got second place. So Lyric J, I'm coming for you.
Awesome.
The poem is called Come. She asked me if I knew how to come. And of course, the dictionary definition isn't difficult. To go from there to here, I said, and she laughed. And there was purpose in her smile. She seemed to have a certain predilection for words, so when she decided I was synonymous with a monsoon, I became a victim of heavy rains. And making the sound of it wasn't enough. Being onomatopoeia wasn't enough to signify the splash, and so she made me drip. She asked me if I knew how to come, and I trembled. My nerve endings were sparking. Like electricity fueled my heart, rocket fuel shot through my veins, and when her tongue turned the key in my lock, I went into order almost instantly, but she told me to stop. Because although I was ready to go, it wasn't time to come. She asked me what was my definition of easy, and as I stuttered nonsensically between wanton whimpers, she revealed that when she taught me how to come, I would come hard, so she had to make sure I had a clear concept of simple, because what I was about to learn was as complex as quantum physics. It was something I couldn't possibly grasp without the understanding of 1 + 1, and so she added 2 fingers, while her tongue danced feather-like kisses across parts of me that were made to withstand her assault. Barely. She stroked as her jaw held me steady. She pried knees apart. Her wrists turned metacarpals corkscrew as I twisted one way, she went the other, until I was wrapped up in a pleasure as complicated as she had promised. She asked me if I knew how to come, and I didn't. I was teetering on the precipice, and she just wouldn't let me fall. She told me she would rather see me fly, and as her pleasure brought forth a pain that pinned wings to my spine, I shattered 1,000 times, and she let me drift to the ground. She left me to reflect on my lesson. And it's been a couple days. And I'll be damned if goosebumps don't rise and hair doesn't stand on end when I see that smug smile of hers in my mind's eye. She told me she would teach me how to come. And she did. But what she didn't say was that the knowledge would stay. And she wouldn't.
Oh man, y'all, that was so dope. Hey, y'all give us some snaps right now. I can't snap because I'm trying to look. I got 3% and I am not about to lose this live. Look, I'm about to lose it live. Look, so I had to get this charger really quick. Give me And I'm going to cut this live off, y'all, because like I said, I'm not about to lose it. So thank y'all for tuning in to P.O.P. Pop Radio.